What's going on, YouTube? That was a mighty belch by James from Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I gave you another battle report. I got round 3 of the Michigan Primer GT Primer event at the Dice Dojo. Round 1, I got my ass kicked by Ian. I mean, Ian just gave me a royal hell-pitting beat down. Round 2, I gave Todd the power of the Orc green tidal wave. I actually green tidal wave his ass. Actually, that's awesome. I didn't even think about that, but I did. I just ran over there and just the Orcs were just like wrong and went in and just rammed it down his throat. Now, round 3, I'm going to go ahead and play against Judson. Now, Judson is another Vermin Swarm player, and like if I said in round 1, there was 3 freaking Vermin Swarm players here, and it's like you didn't want to fight any of them, okay? But I am right now behind Judson. Judson is Ian is in first place. He's in a very comfortable first place. Judson is in second place, and then there's another guy who's in third place, who has an Infernal Dwarf army, and that Infernal Dwarf guy is playing Ian. I'm playing Judson, and then I think my brother is also close up in there as well. So we're all pretty high up there right now. That big win against Todd kind of pushed me up there. So we're gonna go ahead and do this game, and if I could beat Judson, I have a chance at second or third place, which is a money prize. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I could potentially do this. I really have to play my A game right now. So the only thing is it's Vermin Swarm, and I'm not looking forward to Vermin Swarm. But let's go over what I have on the table right now. Right here, I got the Boar-Pocalypse boys. The Boar-Pocalypse is 6 boar boys with heavy armor, lance, shield. They have the Mykonox totem. Mykonox totem turns off any magic items touching this unit. Over here I got my 5 Wolf Riders. My Wolf Riders have a just chaff. Alright. Over here I got 37 Orc Ed Bashers with spears. They're feral orcs. They have 5-up ward against shooting, which is very useful against this army, and then they also have the Banner of Speed, which is also useful. Over here I got the Mother of Dragons, the A-Rock, the freaking most consistent, most powerful deity on my army. This thing is a beauty, and I love her to death. And then over here is her evil brother, the Chicken Rock. The Chicken Rock is a same thing as a Gargantula spider with a much more impressive Howard crew. I love it. This picture is awesome. I can't wait till I finish it. I'm waiting for the mortar in the mail so I can make the web launcher out of the mortar, the Empire mortar. Over here I got General Zod, and Zod is a 1-up, 4-up character. He's on the Dragon Rammer. The other guy on the Dragon Rammer is Azian, the Dragon Rider with the Kraken Club. And yeah, this is just insane. This guy is so far has only died 3 times out of 8 games. That is crazy. Over here I got the cave trolls. If you don't know what cave trolls are, you can just go ahead and Google it, and you'll find out. Not even Google. You just go on Battlescribe or onto the 9th Age forum rules and read it, and you'll find out. Because I'm not explaining it right now. I'm explaining more about explaining it than anything. Over here I got 21 cave goblins. They do have a mad git with them. Then I also have the 2 goblin shamans. On the left that is Baxter Joe, and then on the right that is Joe. They have 5 goblin spells between the both of them. And then I got the fat bastard himself, King Koopa. King Koopa is a 1-up, 4-up forest goblin spider. Alright, so we'll go ahead and this is the same problem I have with Ian I have with Judson. They start deploying. And they start deploying giant rats, and I'm just like, oh my god, he's just gonna giant rat me to death. And I figure we're playing flank attack, as you can tell in this picture here. And I'm just like, well, he's gonna just start putting down his army a little bit at a time. He's gonna figure out where everything's going. So I'm gonna go ahead and just play it the way I need to play it, which is have the general in a good bubble next to the trolls, next to the BSB. Have the spiders close enough. I put Koopa and the Boar Boys all the way on the other side of the building because I figured not much is going to go on that side of the building, and if he does, they're fast enough where they can just kind of haha and run away. I put the Wolf Riders over there just because they were the first drop I did. I put the 2 spiders close to the trees in the center because I figured if they're on the flank, they're just going to get doom wheeled. So that way, if the doom wheels are in the center, I have a chance to potentially block it, use the building, use the trolls, use something else, just deal with the doom wheels. I don't want to deal with the doom wheels. And then, yeah, that's how it looks, basically. He starts to deploy, and look at that big bastard right there. He has a Vermin Lord. He has a giant freaking greater rat demon on his army. He has a unit of Jezzails. He has a couple of units of giant rats, swarms, Doomwheel, a giant block of clan rats with a level 4 in there. And then over here, he has another Doomwheel, 2 Doomwheels, 1 plague catapult, no cannons. He has a big block of Brotherhood on the left, the Brotherhood of Evil Ratmen, and then he has another unit of rats. He has 2 weapons teams. One of them is a Napha thrower, the other one is a Rattling gun, and yeah, so that's his army, So it's gonna go ahead and do my turn first. Basically, my whole goal right now is just to since I brought a close combat army, I don't have the tools to deal with Doomwheels unless I fight them in combat with my spears, right? So I'm like, shit, I don't have a rock I could drop on them. So my main threat right now are those Doomwheels. I'm not too worried about his Vermin Lord just yet. I'm gonna have to just deal with it as it goes along. But let's go ahead and see how this goes. So, anyways, turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. I just move my savages up. My savages give 0 fucks. 0 fucks are given by those savages. They're just moving up because the rats do not scare my savages. That savage block probably scares him more than anything. The spiders are moving up close enough where they're not going to be able to be targeted out by his Doomwheels. Doomwheel's going to come straight ahead towards the trolls, and the trolls will probably get shot before the spiders do. Dragon Rammers kind of sitting back. I did Vanguard with my Wolf Riders, but what I ended up doing was I moved the Wolf Riders all the way behind the line, and I'm going to go ahead and try to go all the way around in front of those freaking Brotherhood of Evil Rats. I move Koopa by the building. I move the Boar Boys on top of the hill. The Boar Boys will have a downhill charge on the next turn. Magic Phase, he got 11 power dice. He goes ahead and I go ahead and I do an Evil Eye. And I just do a big Evil Eye. He lets it go through for whatever reason, but I end up hitting his freaking Rattling gun here, and boom! I got like 8 wounds. He could not save all 8 wounds. That guy died. That is fucking awesome. I hate weapons teams. Weapon teams are one of the freaking craziest things on the freaking rat army. I wish I have a 60-point unit I could just throw out there that does massive damage and then is also chaff. I wish I had something like that. But I go ahead and he had what spell was it? He had a spell that was like Nurgle because the greater demon dude. And I'm like I'm taking your attribute and I'm giving my Chicken Rock +1 toughness. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh man. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another Evil Eye, do 2 dice on it. He dispelled that one. I go ahead and I do Fix It Up and I fail it. No, I think I got it. He just stopped it. Then the last thing I do is I end up doing Stay Quiet in a bubble. And he's like, that sucks, because now he's going to have a hard time shooting at these guys over here on this side. I go ahead and I start shooting phase. I do the web launcher. It's a clan rats. I might have killed a clan rat or 2. Didn't really matter. I go ahead and I do the other web launcher into his Brotherhood, and it drifts off and hits some giant rats, kills 5 giant rats, whatever. And it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Vermin Swarm turn 1. Vermin Swarm turn 1, he goes into... I don't know why I don't have a picture of the movement, but Magic, he got 7 power dice. And this is how you can see it. This is how his movement went. He moved up the Brotherhood. He didn't move him close enough where he could get charged by my savages, but he ended up moving. He ended up moving the Doomwheel. He moved one Doomwheel towards the right in the back lines, but the other Doomwheel did move up, but he didn't move far, so he's going to be able to shoot his own guys. His Vermin Lord's coming around this way, and he's going to go have to do his own stuff. So Magic Face is going to go ahead and do what is that called? The Thunderbolt move. It's like a lightning bolt. Oh shit, what the hell is Black Bolt? I forgot what it was. It's a thunderbolt thing that they do, right? He goes ahead and he does it. He only gets 1 wound, and it's strength 5 against my A-Rock, and I freaking armor save it. Holy shit. Over here, the Jezzails are going to start shooting at the A-Rock. They end up putting on 1 wound. The Plague Call Catapult shoots at my general, and it drifts. Or actually, I think he did it on the troll. No, he did it on the general, and it drifts off and hits the trolls. I don't think it did many wounds. If it did like 1 wound. It didn't do much though. And it's gonna go ahead and start off turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. He tried to chaff me on this side, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna fucking take the chaff. So I charge the boars into those giant rats over there. I charge Koopa into the swarms right here. I don't care. Whatever. And they both get in, right? Actually, his giant rats fled, and they didn't run far, and I ended up chasing them down with the boar boys, and then Koopa goes in alone, like so. His Doom Wheel tries to skim through right past the trolls towards the chicken rock. He's hoping he can roll high enough number to get closer to the chicken rock so he can zap the chicken rock on his turn. That would be ideal, because I don't think I have anything to countercharge him if he gets that close. But he fails. He doesn't get that far. He actually gets really close to the frickin' trolls. Anyways. Oh, it's my turn. What am I talking about? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyways, as you can see, I don't even charge him with the trolls. I think I contemplated charging him with the trolls, but I didn't. Or I failed the charge, is what it was. They did fail the charge. So since they failed the charge, I move the A-Rock all the way out by the building like this. I move the Chicken Rock right there. I move Zod up. But Zod is still trying to use Linus cover, I guess, from the trolls. And then I move the Savages back a little bit. I move the Savages back because I can't afford to get flanked by those freaking the monks, plague monks. Magic Phase got 7 dice. Shit, I don't know how many dice I have. I used up Evil Eye. He stops it. I go ahead and I do Stay Quiet, and I get double 6s on 3 dice. This cost me big because I end up losing the spell because of the miscast. But I end up putting it right here for another round. I did web launch these guys again, and I end up killing off a good chunk of them. 2, 4, 6, 8 of them this time. Over here, Koopa ends up killing off 2 rat swarms. The last unit sticks there for a turn, and it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Turn 2, Vermin Swarms. Turn 2, Vermin Swarm. He's charging in these freaking Plague Sensor Bearers. They're going in. Why not? He moves over his Vermin Lord over here, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing over here? Wow! Alright, now, not only that, but we're also playing where it's breakthrough, so you have to get to the other side with the banner. So right now, I was kind of just hoping to keep my Border Boys in this corner, but now that this Vermin Lord is on this side, I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta get out of here. The other thing I was planning on doing was Koopa handles all this shit, going around the building and flanking those Giselles. But now that the Vermin Lord's on this side, I'm just like, oh, this is bad. Magic Phase got 7 power dice. He goes ahead and he does, I think, like the Thunderbolt again. Goes ahead and hits my A-Rock, or Chicken Rock, does 1 wound. This guy goes ahead and does the same thing. The Thunderbolt kills off one of my Orcs, the Boar Boys. And then over here, Zap. He zaps my Trolls and does 2 wounds. Only 2 wounds. I regen saved shit that he was just like, son of a bitch, and he only got 1 through, and the one that got through did 2 wounds. Over here, he's gonna shoot his Nappa Thrower at my Trolls, hits them, has a hard time hitting them because the -1 hit, and I end up just armor saving the one he did. He think he did 1 wound, and armor saved it, and he was like, fuck, man. Play Claw Catapult's gonna go and misfire, breaks for the game, or something like that. Giselles are going to shoot, and they end up putting on 2 more wounds onto the Chicken Rock, and then all of a sudden the fucking Gutter Runners pop up. They're going to shoot right in my ass and my Chicken Rock and do, come on, show me the picture, 1 more wound. Over here, Close Combat. These guys have this ability to do, like, at Initiative 10, AP6 attacks, and they end up getting 2 wounds onto Koopa. Koopa goes ahead and goes, and he kills off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sensors, and ends up, I think the swarm just breaks. They're going to lose combat, but they're going to stick. Fucking crazy that they stuck. They got a charge, a banner, and 2 damage versus my 5 wounds. And it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. That freaking Doom Wheel got really close. And I'm like, you know what? He didn't get his impact hits. He's not going to get his zap this turn. Both my spiders charging into him. I'm like, I gotta handle him. I gotta do this right? My general and my savages are both charging his clan rats. Or no, first I charge his Nappa Throwers. Nappa Thrower flees from the savages. Then I go ahead and I redirect into his clan rats with all 3. I'm charging the savages into it. I'm charging the general into it. I'm charging the trolls into it. He sticks. The trolls and my general go in alone. The savages fail their charge. They leave a juicy flank open to his freaking monks. I end up using the Wolf Riders to get around them. I do move the Boar Boys out of the line of sight of Vermin Lord, and I figured in the next turn I could potentially charge into his Giselles, right? So Magic Phase got 4 power dice. I go ahead and I turned around my Goblins over here and I do an Evil Eye, and boom! I blast the crap out of his freaking Gutter Runners. I love this spell. I love that ability of just turning my Goblins, who aren't doing shit, just turn them around and boom! Just blast one. and I use my attribute to keep my chicken rock a higher toughness. Over here, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Koopa died of the plague sensor bearers because their freaking AP6 initiative 10 hit killed Koopa. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was not supposed to happen. Ah, man. Over here, close combat. He ends up doing 1 wound onto the A-Rock and both my spiders. He was just like, oh, I might be able to live and zap you on my turn. And I roll 16 dice for these guys. 2 of them were ordnance hits, and it was just like poison, 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 poison. And he was like, oh, shit. And the ordnance. And he was just like, yeah, I lost. Pop the fucking Doom Wheel. That's how you handle a Doom Wheel. 2 spiders. Gonna turn this way. Ha 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 ha. Brother and sister at it. This is crazy. Alright, close combat over here. He challenges with the champ. I have to accept with Dread, or Zod. Why do I keep calling him Dread? Dread is like my go-to for my general. But Zod accepts. Zod kills him, max wounds. Trolls go. Trolls only kill 2, 4, 6, 7 guys. So I got 11 wounds, okay? I think I win combat on this one. But, yeah, we'll find out in a second. Yeah, I won combat in that one, of course. And it's going to go ahead and start off his turn, turn 3, Vermin Swarms. I chaffed his ass up here. He fails his frenzy, or he might not have failed his frenzy. I think he did fail his frenzy. I think he failed his frenzy. Charging into my freaking Wolf Riders. Ha 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 ha. The Wolf Rider's gonna run, and he has to chase. Over here, he rallied his flamethrower, his naphtha thrower, and he moves his general this way. Okay, again, changing positions with the general. And these guys got in, of course. He had the plague sensors turned this way towards my boar boys. Magic Phase got 11 power dice. Goes ahead, or 12 power dice. Goes ahead and he does. He tries to do something to my general. I forgot what it was, and I just dispel scroll it. I'm like, yeah, don't do that. And I basically stop him on the rest of his spells. Close combat over here, he ends up destroying my wolves. He's going to run past towards the board. Over here, he ends up doing a shit ton of wounds onto my trolls. Kills off 2 trolls. I do very few wounds back, actually. And when I did, what ends up happening is, since I didn't do many wounds back, he ends up winning combat because he has 4 ranks, because he has a freaking attribute. 4 ranks, 2 banners, war banner, against, like, say, 4 wounds I did. So I actually fail combat. Trolls in the general run. General bumps into the chicken rock, I think, and runs past the chicken rock, where the trolls just stop right there. And I end up getting away, but not by much. And it's going to go ahead and start off turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. The boar boys are going to charge these guys. I'm like, fuck it, why not, right? And then I charge all these guys. I charge the A-Rock and the Savages I sandwich his freaking rats, his clan rats. I sandwich them while my trolls are just sitting there behind, like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm stupid. All right. Magic Phase got 10 power dice. I go ahead and I do an evil eye onto these guys just to give this motherfucker more toughness again, because he's dying. He is dying. I have to give him more toughness. Close combat over here. My boar boys end up doing 2 wounds. He ends up doing 2 wounds to me. I have a charge, a banner, and 2 wounds. He has just 2 wounds. I think he doesn't have a banner. Might have a banner. I don't know. But whatever. They run, and I chase them down with my boar boys. The boar boys are doing a good job mopping up this side. This side's clear, except for that 1 Doom Wheel. But over here, oh, fuck. Holy shit, these guys. Stabadon, Savages, BSB, A-Rock, Howda Crew, just fucked up. I am not kidding. Like 30 rats, maybe more. Holy shit. I'm going to try to look back at the picture really quick. But it looks like he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. And now he has 3. So 4 rows to like 20 rats. Maybe a little more. Alright. That's crazy. He's going to break. I end up having to chase with the Savages, of course. But the thing is, I overrun, and I'm going to bounce off my trolls because the Goblin Shaman is sticking out, and he's going to bounce off the trolls. But I don't chase with the A-Rock because I didn't want to go back that way. I just wanted to face the A-Rock, and also I wanted to force him to take DTs. So I turn the A-Rock around like this. He runs through. The DTs kills the rest. I am not kidding. They killed the rest of the Skaven, the rats. He only has like the BSB, the Shaman, like the Champ, and like one other guy still alive. He ran through the A-Rock, and it was like 1, 2s, and 3s on all the dice. It was just like, brrrk, like all these dead freaking rats ran right through that A-Rock. Holy shit. Wow. And yeah, that's how it looks right now. Wow. It's going to go ahead and start off his turn 4. He's going to charge his Vermin Lord into the A-Rock, and I'm just going to have to take it like a man, you know? I'm just like, she's going to have to go for it. So this is going to be an epic fight between them. But then all of a sudden, boom! The Doom Wheel comes in. What the fuck? Fuck that goddamn thing right there. And that's how it looks. Alright, Magic Phase. He got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and he's... I don't even think this is magic. I think this is shooting. I think magic, nothing happened again. Shooting Phase, he just zaps the crap out of the A-Rock, does 6 wounds onto her. And then eventually, close combat, he just takes her out. And not for dinner. Ah, man. Turn 5, Orcs and Goblins. This was a major mistake by me. This was a major mistake. I failed my frenzy check against his little fucking rat that's right there. I'm going to pull this picture back up right here. Okay? And the thing is, the reason why it's a mistake is because it's not a legal charge. My goblin is still getting chaffed by my trolls. So I could have charged the trolls into his Doom Wheel like I originally was thinking of doing. But the Doom Wheel was a little bit further than his Plague Claw catapult. And the thing is, if I failed with the trolls, I would fail with the savages, so I couldn't really redirect. I wanted to redirect. It was a failed frenzy check. I was trying to figure it out. To be honest, and my thought process was, it's if I hit the savages into the Doom Wheel, overrun into his general, and then I do the same with Zod into those freaking 5 rats there and overrun into his general, and then set it up that way. You know, then the following turn, all I'm going to do is just beat the crap out of his general while he tries to buff up and live. But what ends up happening is, since I thought I failed a frenzy check, I charge the guy runs away. I decided to charge the trolls into the catapult because I just want the trolls out of the way, and then redirect the savages. And what ends up happening is, I believe the trolls fail, and I just chaff myself up, and my general Zod goes into those freaking 5 clan rats alone. Magic Phase got 4 power dice. I go ahead and I do a fix it up on these guys, and this is another reason why it was a major fucking fail. The reason was this, because I left these guys a rear charge, and I'm partially in the woods. Now, the majority of my unit is outside the woods, so I will be steadfast as long as I can break his 2 ranks. So this is where it gets really fucking crazy. This is where I really have to get crafty and do some really insane shit. I realized this happened when it happened. I realized the consequences if he gets this rear charge off. So I go ahead and I give these guys fix it up. They're going to be wounding me on 5s, right? Then I go ahead, I hit him with the web launcher. Web launcher gets a direct hit. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. Great. He's down to 22, right? I go ahead and I throw the Goblin Fanatic out of my unit, and I throw him right in between the crack. I don't have a picture of it right now, but I throw him right in between the crack here towards the far end of his guys. So it's a 12-inch gap. Anywhere within the 12 inches, as long as like 5 to 12 inches, it's going to be a great spot for that goblin, right? Over here, close combat, he challenges with whoever he had left. My general just punks his ass up. He doesn't have steadfast. He doesn't even have a BSB or a banner. He loses combat. I overrun right into his general, like I said. Turn 5 Vermin Swarms. He's still going for the charge. Even though I threw the Fanatic in there to hold the gap, he's going in for the charge. And I ended up shooting him too with the goblins. So he lost 1 more guy. So now he's going to take 2d6 hits with the freaking the Fanatic, and the Fanatic only kills 2 guys. Motherfucker, maybe 3. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. He's down to 1 rank, or 1 extra rank. He can still break my steadfast as long as I don't kill off his unit over there. Magic Phase, he got 2 power dice, thank God. And I forgot what he did. He did something. So close combat over here. Holy fuck, he fucks me up. He does like 10 or 11 wounds. All right, he does like a ridiculous amount of wounds. I did exactly like 6 or 7, and because I got that many wounds off, it broke his extra rank. He does not have he does not break my steadfast in my rear. I end up not winning. I end up keeping my steadfast, and I turn myself around. That was a mistake. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. That was a mistake that I turned around, because what happens here is my general goes. He does 3 wounds onto my general. Okay, I do 3 wounds onto him, but he has a charge. Okay, he charged in with his doom wheel, of course, but I challenged, so that way the doom wheel can't do shit to me. All right. And then the zap was just a failure. The zap, he had like a strength 2 or something like that, and it was just a joke. But so what ends up happening is I challenge, I do 3 wounds. He challenges, he does 3 wounds. I lose combat just by the charge, or just by the flank, I think it was. Just the flank by his doom wheel. But what ends up happening is I roll the dice. I need a leadership 8. I fail it the first time. I roll it again because the BSB, and I pass it the second time. But I'm like, shit. And he goes, what? And I'm like, the BSB turned around, and the BSB is not close enough to give my general any reroll. So my general's going to run. He's going to chase me down, and he kills my general. He overruns in the direction of, I think I'm running from his Vermin Lord, so I run crooked. He overruns, chases, and he ends up hitting the trolls over here, while his general just sits back there. And then it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 6. The Goblins are going in. I figured I'd get a charge and a big flank and all that crap and break any steadfast he might have or whatever, right? And that's basically it. This is how it looks right now. Magic phase, got 10 power dice. I go ahead and I do Gift of the Mother Spider, I think onto the Savages. Then I go ahead and I do Fix It Up. He stops that one. The fucking trolls got their ass kicked by the freaking doom wheel, and they end up running away this way, but they get away. They don't get caught. And then over here, close combat. Woo! I fucked up that unit. They did kill a good chunk of my orcs. I mean, there's a good about half of my orcs are gone, but my orcs and the goblins fucked up that unit. They killed off the rest. They chased down the last few remainders and causes a panic. Nope, does not cause a panic. Nope. So, yeah. Anyways, Vermin Swarm turn 6. He's going to charge in here with his rats, and I think we talked about it for a minute, and then he decides not to charge because it was an illegal charge. He wanted to get the goblins. Over here, he charges into the Chicken Rock, and then over here, his Vermin Lord turns around. He does magic. He ends up killing off one of my boar boys. My boar boys have 2 wounds left. They have 1 with the banner and 1 regular dude, right? I ran to this corner. I'm collecting my objective point on this side. So I got the objective, the secondary bonus objective, and that is the first time since I've been playing the Boar Apocalypse, boys. They did more than their weight in gold. They got me the bonus 3 objectives, made him lose secondary objective points, and then they also killed like 2 units. Even though they were small units, they still killed 2 units. And they also caused a couple magics to go their way. They did good. They didn't do great. They did good. Good job, Boar Boys. Over here, holy shit. This was the mother of all zaps. He rolls the strength. He gets a strength 2 again. He's like, son of a bitch. Strength 2 against my T7 Chicken Rock. Okay. He rolls all 3 wounds. He rolls 6, 6, 6. That rat bastard did a 6, 6, 6. I roll my armor saves. I armor save all 3 of them. It was like, son of a bitch. That was the end of the game, guys. I did 2 wounds onto his doom wheel. He could not wound my T7 Chicken Rock, and I end up winning that combat, but he sticks, and that was about it. That was insane, man. I really wanted to kill that Vermin Lord. I wanted my general to do it. He put on 3 wounds onto him too, but it just wasn't enough. Excuse me. The Doom Wheel scared the shit out of me, of course. The Chicken Rock was, he was wounded majority of the game, but keeping him at T7 kept him alive, which is just nuts. As for MVP, whoo, man, that's a tough one. It wasn't the Trolls, was not Zod, because Zod did okay. It was definitely not Koopa. The MVP, besides, I want to give it to the Boarpocalypse boys. I want to. I am probably leaning towards the Boarpocalypse boys. I mean, the double spiders did great, but then A-Rock died. The trolls didn't do much. I'm giving it to the Boarpocalypse boys. You know why? Just because they actually made up their points. I hid behind the building till turn 6. Turn 6, I just booked it to the corner, and he was like, what the fuck? And he realized none of his flags are on my side. I got one flag in his end zone. I got the touchdown, and that's that. Savages did great. They held their steadfast, but they did their job. It wasn't like they did... they just tore apart units. I mean, they did tear apart the frickin' the clan rats, which is just insane. That sandwich I did in between both units was just insane, between the A-Rock and the Savages. And then them getting rear charge was really that was my fault. That shouldn't even have happened. I should have been able to get into the Doom Wheel in the first place. But yeah, again, that's my fault. My ability to take a bad situation like that and make sure I'm actually alive, that was crazy. I was hoping the Fanatic killed 10, not 3. You know, I was hoping that... I mean, the web launcher did great. The web launcher killed a good chunk of them. And then, you know, the Savages held their own, which was great. But that shouldn't have happened to begin with. I should have been able to charge it to the Doom Wheel like I was originally planning. Besides that, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. That's it for this series. I got these 3 games here. This weekend, it's like the Carnival tournament in Indiana, and my brother and I are contemplating going. I want to go. I have Saturday off, so I can make it. But if my brother's my ride, he needs to get off of work. So he's working his ass off these next couple days to just, you know, tell his boss like, hey, listen, I did so good. I'm going to take Saturday off so he can go to Carnival with me. Hopefully I can still sign up. I don't know. I put up a post. Nobody's even responded to it. But yeah, I hope that you guys will see that action. Besides that, let's see. I don't know. It doesn't say anything. I'm going to send him an email, find out. Gary Luther. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am enjoying making these. I'm enjoying this list. This list is doing really good. After this tournament, I ended up getting... let me see, I think it was like close to 15 points, which means that Judson got 5. I knocked Judson out of second place. Ian's guy quit in the beginning of the game, so Ian got a full win, and what ended up happening was Ian got first place. Ian was the guy who beat me in the first round too, so Ian got a big first place. He was ahead of everybody by at least 20 points. I got second place, and then Judson, even though I knocked him down, got third place. Wow. Fourth place, I think it might have been Red or my brother. My brother played Red in the final round, and they ended up tying, which was like a shocker to my brother. He was just like, dude, I tied him, it sucks. He's like, I thought I was going to beat him and whatever. And if my brother beat him big, he probably would have beat me in points, but it didn't happen. He got a tie, and I ended up getting second place, which is great. I mean, I think that this list is a very strong list. Somebody just put up a comment saying, do I have a backup list in case I don't get I don't have the points because of the A-Rock's going to get their point increase in the following update. I don't know. I do not know. When it comes, it comes. That's what I'll say. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do when the update comes, what the changes really are going to be. So when that happens, I'll just deal with it as it comes, like I always have. So, guys, I hope you're enjoying these videos. I enjoy making them. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, and peace.